Hey, it's Manny Wolverine here, aka Random Pop Culture News Freak here. You guys on Wrestling Intros, non-Intros channel. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. Like, share, subscribe, comment. I don't say it very often, but please, for this one view time, please like and subscribe as much as you can, because this one deserves to be streamed from the freaking rooftops of the internet, because I didn't even know about this till like literally the other day. I know it's Wednesday. I know this came out like 4 or 5 days ago. It's from MovieWeb.com. It said that a Lord of the Rings version of Studio Ghibli's Hayao Miyazaki version, like an anime version, is inspired for the underrated Studio Ghibli gems come from Kyle Cruz. They said they might make a version out of that. That'd be really, really freaking cool. I know I'm playing, I think it's Nausicaa, The Valley of the Wind, or House Movie Castle. I hope I don't get a copyright claim or strike, because when it comes to a lot of Japanese laws, they really, really don't like people in the West using their music, but just using it as an example, because this shit always makes me cry in a good way. So I gotta credit to this one. There's two other bits of news I'm talking about on the side a little bit. I'm probably never gonna get to this one, but this YouTuber, he did it the right way. This other guy that was not the YouTuber, but the other guy that was a gym guy or whatever, smacked the shit out of him. I was gonna do a reaction video to that, but I probably would have took down the video. But anyways, just jumped this thing head first, because oh my god. If you know me, you know I love Studio Comics, Studio Ghibli, freaking anime movie themes always make me cry, but in a good way, because the music tracks, they literally breathe life. The animation for that old school anime art design, that's a dying breed, man. I hope it stays around forever, because the stupid AI shit's taking over almost everything. That's my little tidbit there. So let's jump into this article. I'm only going to read half of it here. It says 2024 is turning out to be a major year for the resurgence of Lord of the Rings. I know they fucked up last year, I think, when they did the Warner Brothers thing. That bored the crap out of me, man. The one that's supposed to be like a spin-off. Not House of the Dragon, but there was like one that was like Lord of the Rings, but it did really, really shitty because there's a lot of political wokeness in it, so I didn't care about it at all. Well, let's go. So this is Warner Bros. And New Line Cinema recently announced that they are developing two new live-action films based on the world Middle-earth, which is first tentatively titled, quote, The Hunt for Gollum. And you'll see Andy Serkis reprise his most famous role, in addition to directing the picture. On top of that, Prime Video Rings of Power. Yeah, that's what it was. I did not care about that at all. It's returned for its second season, which is set to debut in a much darker tone later this summer. Then The War of Rohirrim. Hopefully I'm saying that right. The first new Lord of the Rings film in a decade, which is set to open later in theaters later this December. Increasingly crowded blockbuster franchise landscape. Lord of the Rings must embrace an exciting new ideas to stand out from the noise, and the War of Rohirrim is doing just that. Just because instead of being live action, is animated feature directly influenced by Japanese anime. Of course it is. Directed by Kenji Kimiyama, Bladerunner from Black Lotus. I never even saw that one. Wow. I saw the two live action Blade Runners, like the one that was like from 2017, the one before I was alive. The one that Harrison Ford was young, but it is what it is. The film of Lord of the Rings of the prequel is set in the kingdom of Rohan nearly 200 years before the adventures of Frodo and Bilbo Baggins. It centers the Helm Hammerhead, king of Rohan, after whose Helm's Deep gets its name. This is one of the lesser-known stories farmed from the J.R.R. Tolkien's book, but it's one that includes a lot of drama and warfare that could make it for a very entertaining film. When bringing this story to life, Kimiyama and the rest of the creative team for the War of Rohirrim or Himian, however you say that, took inspiration from many classic anime films, including one from Studio Ghibli's most underrated. Oh yeah, I remember this one. I know the English dub. I remember it has Shia Lebouf in it, but I do fell off really bad. It sucked because I used to like watching when they used a Steven show. When crafting Hammerhead's daughter, who is given her name Hera in the film, it creates behind the scenes the War of Rohirrim. Took a lot of inspiration from films like Nausicaa, The Valley of the Wind, as well as heroines. I don't want to say the crack cocaine word because I don't want to say that. It sounds like heroin. From Tolkien's texts such as Arwen and Iwoji, however you say that. Hera will be voiced by Gaia Wise in the movie, which specifically cites Nausicaa and the other women in Miyazaki films as her inspiration. Says, quote, she will lay down her life for the people, unquote. Wise said also speaking with EW. I don't know why it always was, but it always had like a Inuyasha Fullmetal Alchemist. This music that Studio Ghibli did mixed with classic emotion, Dragon Ball Z, and Pokemon like music. I don't know why. Always made me break down like a baby every time I hear it. I'm already tearing up already. You guys just can't see it. I'm glad you can't, but let's move on. I said, also speaking with EW's quote, what I loved about Hera is she is fierce, she is complex, and she's rebellious. Alright. Lord of the Rings embracing new ideas. Let's get back to the main freaking news you want here. Development in the War of Rohirrim also speaks to how Warner Brothers and New Line Cinema is looking to expand the Lord of the Rings can be on screen, while other franchises like The Matrix and Blade Runner have experimented with developing original anime series. For as long as they don't have no political, any of that garbage fucking SJW trash in it, I'm totally okay with it. Please don't make it freaking take all the fun out of it and just make it preachy bullshit. I hope they don't do that. As they kind of saw what they did with the one that had Neil Patrick Harris. I'm not saying because he's all LGBTQIA and all that either. No, it's not nothing to do with that. Just don't preach your fucking metaphors in your fucking movies or video games. Please don't. So please don't do it over here either. So let's continue. Of experimenting and developing energy anime. Read that. It's rare for a major Western studio to produce and release a full theoretical film in a Japanese animation style. Franchises like Spider-Man, Transformers, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles have all produced the major animated series films lately, but embracing anime with the War of Rohirrim, the creative team behind the new Lord of the Rings film takes a decidedly bold and innovative approach to the franchise. Boyens, however you say that, has said that she was initially hesitant to come abroad this project, but the decision to make the film in an anime art style won her over. Good. This is what she said, thank God. Quotation marks, when they suggested that anime, that's where my brain really started wiring, she said. I immediately felt that it would work for an anime because the story is so character-based and also contains within its own world, speaks to certain things that really work well with Japanese storytelling. Yes, it does. I hope she doesn't screw it up either. Let's move on. As the Lord of the Rings franchise has entered a new era of films and television series, it's good to see that there is still room for creativity freedom for films like The War of Rohirrim to exist. While there has yet to be another animated Lord of the Rings film announced, the confirmation that the two new live-action films in development is Warner Brothers' endeavor to expand the franchises into Star Wars-esque franchises is a reason for optimism. This active desire to develop more Lord of the Rings films are merely likely means that the War of Rohirrim, however you say it, is able to make a big splash upon its release. We'll probably see more movies set in Middle Earth sooner than later. War of Rohirrim is currently set to be released on December 13th, the end of this year. So I got the Sonic the Hedgehog movie I gotta watch, part 3, the one with Shadow. And then the Joker one, even though granted I'm nervous on that one because it's gonna be a fucking Broadway musical and I don't care for those. And I gotta watch this one, which is great. And December 13th, 2024, Oscar the Valley of Wind streaming on HBO Max, yada yada. I thought he was penny speculations. Please, Warner Brothers Studios and Studios Ghibli, please do not mess this up. This is like a childhood wonderment. I would love to see this shit work further well. I remember some people saying that they're gonna try to Nintendo's gonna try to make the Legend of Zelda movie into like a Studio Ghibli, Studio Pana art style like this. I would be okay with that, but if they're gonna do a live action, I hope they do it really good like they did the Sonic the Hedgehog movie and the Detective Pikachu. Two perfect chef's kiss, gold, platinum, silver bars of perfection there. If you make it and you put that adaptation of this, that would be really cool too. They do live action like that, or if they do Studio comic style, and you make that 80s, 90s style of music, which I know a lot of Gen Z kids probably might not give a shit too much about that. And some of my generation, millennials, might not give a shit about that either. Some have a better taste of an understanding to grasp the concept, the beauty and the emotion and the freaking spiritual connection that freaking a lot of the Studio Ghibli films, they teach you so many different things. the way they have their raw emotion and talent, they bring the Japanese art style like this. When they cry their ass off. When they're happy, angry, sad, confused, like you see it right away. It just pops in your freaking head in a good way. And this is something in American, like freaking here in the West, that like American like cartoons, they don't do that the same way. Especially nowadays, the ones from like 2011 to 2024, like a lot of those cartoons with Cartoon Network was just a whole bunch of stupid fucking jokes all the time. Just, oh, you can't take it seriously. Everything's a jokey joke. It's freaking internet memes and it's fucking cringe. It can't be taken seriously, man. That's why I like, no, anime's like that either. Some of it's kind of jokey and silly and comedic too, but like 60-70% of that industry, they put their blood, sweat, and tears in that shit and make you have a connection with that freaking character, even though it's a fake, fictional, not person that's not real. I mean, they probably do the same thing for virtual VTubers too. That's a lot more dangerous in my opinion, but it is what it is. I just hope it does really fucking good. Those gangbusters, and now it's gonna be there in the winter, so I hope it's good. But let's get to the quick internet side news. There's some Lollipop Chainsaw remake is going to be coming out. It's called Repop. I hope it's as good as everything. I saw that trailer on my own personal time. It was good. Hopefully, Tara Strong's going to do her whole roles all over again. I'm just going to repolish the audio, repolish everything else, and just going to make it all AI. It made me laugh a few times, man. I forgot all the crazy, zany monster characters you got to fight and all the zombies you got to take out with that giant ass fucking chainsaw. That's huge as fuck. And I love all the freaking EX, not safe for work innuendo. It's cool too, but and then again, like celebrity star drama, but this one was funny here. This was a big OG right here when I was in the 90s. So I was just, this guy was blown up all over the world. That's Adam Sandler. It says Rob Schneider, completely utter fraud. Rob Schneider slams Will Smith, an explicit-filled super rant. This from Annette Wilford from Toronto saying, that's what he called him right here, and this is what he's saying. Will Smith is a something. I don't know what that means. Twat, I guess. SNL album told Kyle and Jackie O show Will's been hiding fact who he really is and exposed. Yeah, who he really is, and this was exposed tonight. He was really an asshole, but it's a deep, dark secret thing in front of those people to get a really great legendary comedian. Literally the best comedian in one generation, he said to Chris Rock. We wouldn't have this whole wave of comedy that came after it. If it wasn't for Chris Rock, the 6-year-old continues kicking open the doors. Wow. So he's way unhinged for that, but I'm glad. His dude's old enough to be my dad, my uncle, so he's cool as fuck, man. You know, I did a lot of like crazy wild ass movies in the 2000s I shouldn't have watched because I was a little kid. But some of them shit's funny as heck, man. You know, him and Adam Sandler were really big back in the day. Ben Stiller came in that old school Gen Xer, almost boomer style of comedy. He made me laugh hard as fuck about his movies. I know some people didn't like him and Adam Sandler much, but they were funny as hell. Old school legends, man. Hopefully he lives on to be 110. And that's it. That's all I got to say for now. I'm out of here. Peace out, ladies and mice. You on the flip side, take it easy, stay safe, and run them out. And I'll talk to you guys soon. I know there's a new featured Nintendo Direct that comes out today or tomorrow. By the time you guys watching this, it's either Tuesday or it's Wednesday. I saw a lot of that stuff on my own too. That's a mind blow. I'll talk to you guys soon. Take it easy, stay extra easy, stay extra cautious. I'll see you in the next future commentary video. Goodbye. I'm out. See you soon. Later.